Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Being Booky. In this week's video, I am going to be doing a review, spoiler free in this one. But the one that I'm posting tomorrow will have a spoiler, so if you want to see that, or if you don't want to see that, make sure you know which one you're on. But this one's spoiler free of the book that I literally just finished like 5-10 minutes ago, and that is Eldest by Christopher Paolini. Not sure if that's how you say it. This is not the version that I was reading. I was reading the hardback version, but I don't know where the cover is, and you won't be able to see it the whole time. But yeah, here's my review. So, first of all, overall, this was just a generally really good book. It's the second book in the Inheritance Cycle series, and the first book is Eragon. And before I move on, I'm going to interrupt myself. If you have read the Inheritance Cycle series, any of the books, like you have just read the first one, you could have read the first and the second, like I just did, or you could have read the whole series. But just let me know down in the comments and let me know what you thought of it, because there is like so few people that actually know that series and have read it, and so I don't get to discuss it with anyone. But yeah, so this was really good. It's definitely very long, as you can see, but very good. And I was lost a few times, but that was just because I took so long to actually keep going back and reading this, so I forgot some of the details, which could have been a problem anyway for a shorter part of it, because I almost dropped it, but because it's almost 700 pages long, so that's a lot of information. But it was definitely really good. There were a lot of plot twists, like a lot. And it was very well done, and like before, the magic system is definitely very well organized, I guess, and like with rules. And so in this one, we're following Eragon, the main character, again, as he journey. Well, does he? What does that start with? It's as he's going to his journey to first go to the land of the elves, and then to further advance his training in both combat, be it physical and magical, and his knowledge in general, and to bring him closer to his ultimate goal of defeating the current king, Galbatorix. Which, if you've read the first book, and which I would assume is why you're watching this review to see if it's worth it, I'd say it's worth it, and there's even more books that I have now because of one from the thrift store, and then the last two, or the most recent two, from Christmas. But there's definitely a lot of stuff that goes on. There's a huge chunk of time where he's in the land with the elves, and it's just awesome. I love all of the stuff that it does, and like the connections and the different things that you learn all about it. It's just so cool. There's something that I didn't like about this book. The only thing that I didn't enjoy while reading it was because I forgot some of the details, but that's not the book's fault. That's my fault. Because I dragged reading it on too long. Because I would start and then I would stop and then I wouldn't read it for a long time. Then I would come back to it and rereading it because I already forgot. And then the next time I came back to it, I decided to reread it, but I wasn't obtaining all the information. Plus, it has been a while since I read the first book, so some of the information from there was also a little fuzzy. But that wasn't the book's fault, it was my fault. There were definitely some things that were somewhat resolved. I mean, obviously, I didn't think that they would be leaving off a certain part of it until the next book, but they were, and they didn't do it in a way that made it felt like it was too dragged out. It actually made sense, and technically, it didn't fully. No, it kind of actually did touch on it, but not in the same way. I'm wondering though, because there's 3 more books so far, if it will be dragged out through all of them, or if it will just be like something else is going to happen, which I would think, considering these books are also pretty thick. So I don't know though. But yes, it was definitely very good, very detailed. Still had the same feel as the first book, and I don't think I disliked anything about it. And this is definitely going to be a pretty short review. And I'm sorry if this doesn't really help you to figure out if you want to continue reading the series or not. Or maybe it will inspire you to read the first book, which I do not have a review of yet because I started this channel after I had originally read it. So, but I may do one in the future. If you'd like to see my review, spoiler free and with spoilers, of the first book, Eragon, let me know down in the comments. now I must go and record my review that is not spoiler free. So do not go to that one tomorrow unless you have already read the book. Okay? But anyway, bye.